This man you're seeing right here dragged black people's IQ to dirt. He didn't want to come out clearly and bluntly, but that's how loud he said it. Because he went about giving all these analytics and statistics in reference to Baltimore School and why it hasn't produced much good results or grades, saying that it needed diversity because most people that were in that school were black. So I mean, you drop the averages. You see, this guy is just doing these things to himself. They did not spare him, okay? They came cooking hot. They cooked him. You get? So they have attributed this level of performance to redlining, which you're going to see explained in the video. So let me roll this video, you watch, and then we're going to discuss. I've also added in reaction videos to this video.
Here's something you didn't know. So you know how LeBron James has a school in Ohio? Well, apparently every single 8th grader at that school failed a math test in the past 3 years. Now the reason why is a complete mystery. So I've thought long and hard. I've crunched the numbers, I've done the research, I've analyzed the studies, and after careful deliberation, I can conclude that the reason why is because this school simply doesn't have enough diversity. There just aren't enough black students there. We see this also in Baltimore, where 41% of the students have a GPA below 1.0 and not a single student is proficient in math. Again, not enough diversity, just clear and utter anti-black racism. So let's be honest, we hear all these try-hard, valedictorian, national merit scholar, 36 ACT kids complain about affirmative action, merit. Nonsense. You're going to tell me that a kid in Baltimore with a .13 GPA shouldn't get into Harvard. Let me remind you that future scientist is in the top half of his class. It should go without saying, but in a fair and decent society, that kid would be a NASA intern. But because of systemic racism and of course white people, that kid's dreams are now crushed. Do better. Here's something you didn't know. In Baltimore, where 41% of the students have a GPA below 1.0 and not a single student is proficient in math. Now, the reason why is a complete mystery. So I've thought long and hard. I've crunched the numbers, I've done the research, I've analyzed the studies, and after careful deliberation, I can conclude that the reason why is because this school simply doesn't have enough diversity. There just aren't enough black students.
Hey Daniel, just say it, dude. Say you think black people are unintelligent. Say they're genetically inferior. That's the point you were making. You were dancing around it so you didn't get taken down. There's no way you did research on that, because the reason why it's so bad in Baltimore is because of redlining. Since you obviously want people to think that the reason why students are getting low test scores is because they're black, I'm going to teach people about redlining for you. You guys see this map? Do you see those red boxes in it? Those are predominantly black neighborhoods. In the 1930s, as a part of the New Deal Act, the Home Owners Loan Corporation was created, and they made these maps. And the red areas meant these were areas to avoid. Don't invest in these areas. Don't give people mortgages in these areas. And they decided this based on the race of the people living in these areas. And obviously, the reason it's called redlining is because those areas were marked in red. Now, this happened all over the United States, and the modern results of this is that those areas have more poverty, more crime, lower test scores. Life is just worse there because of redlining. So next time some dirtbag in a suit tells you that the reason why people are getting low test scores is because they're black, you know that they're just a racist. Thanks for listening, and as always, follow for more.
I couldn't agree more that this guy is racist, but thanks for the heads up. And to say that black people have low IQ because of genetics, I do not agree, you guys. We could attribute that low grades or something to something like this, you know. Even resources at the end of the day do affect school. I don't know what your thoughts are about this, so make sure you comment below.